All right, here we go. Here we go. Had to turn the music down a little taste. Yo, man, let me plug the joint right quick. This is my first newly pre-recorded video on this channel. There might be some other videos that I already dropped, live streams that were pre-recorded, but this is my first official pre-recorded video that I've dropped on this new channel since YouTube deleted my old channel back in August. What are we, late November, almost December. So it's long overdue. My apologies and shit for the tardiness for this joint. But here we go, man. There's going to be plenty more coming. But let me go ahead and plug this joint right now. No, it's not your job to coddle someone's insecurities. Now, for those of you who don't know, right, there's a couple of different, there's several Facebook groups that I actually entertain. Some of them I'm an admin in, other ones I'm a moderator in, and the most of them I'm just a participant like everybody else, right? Now, part of the reason why I entertain being a part of some of these Facebook groups is because I just want to see how far in fantasy land a lot of people are, right? When it comes to how they think about shit. There's a reason why I tell you guys, before I get into this, let me just say this. There's a reason why I tell you guys I've never had my heart broke by a woman. I never cried over a woman. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm devoid of being able to love a woman. Okay, I don't have the capacity to adore, which I prefer adore, which is respect and love. I most definitely have had women in my life that I adored immensely. However, I adore myself more, right? So the reason why I've never had my heart broken, so to speak, or I've never cried over a woman is because I'm realistic, right? I'm realistic. I understand that all this shit is temporary. Our time here on this planet is temporary. The people that we deal with in our lives are temporary, especially when it comes to romantic and sexual interests. I'm going to tell you something real quick about dealing with people where there is romantic and or sexual interest involved. Those tend to be the relationships that people tend to really have a difficulty navigating, especially when things aren't going their way. They really have difficulties with that. And for me, those should be some of the easier relationships that you can walk away from. When you have relationships with your family members, your siblings, and your children, when those relationships are fucked up, if you're going to be brokenhearted, right, or despondent to any relationship not working out the way that it used to or the way that you anticipated, it should be those relationships. It should not be a relationship for you women with a dude, you know what I'm saying? And for you guys, a relationship with a chick. Those, in my opinion, those should not be the ones that really fuck you up, in my opinion. Again, if you got siblings, if you got children, your parents, maybe you had some uncles, some grandparents you were real close to, and cousins and all that, and then shit got fucked up. For me, those would be the more difficult relationships that I would have to reconcile. For me, because family is big to me, right? Family is huge to me. I'm a huge family person. So, dealing with a woman, that should be like, if Shorty don't want to be here no more, she ain't got to be here. That doesn't mean that I haven't had my share of disappointment, and I felt like, damn, I don't wish it to end like this. The way that it's ending is kind of surprising to me, but oh well. Like as soon as I say, damn, this is kind of disappointing, a second later, I'm saying, oh well. Now let's move on. It's not your job to coddle someone's insecurities. So I just want to share something with you guys right quick. Just bear with me just a moment. So yeah. So let's take it back to the thumbnail. A lot of people want to fall in love with a therapist. A lot of people want a therapist they can fall in love with. And what I mean by that is a lot of people, they have low self-esteem issues, they have traumas, um, they need to heal from something, they have trust issues, all these different things. They're insecure about this, that, or the third, and they're out here dating. And then they want to obligate someone else to uplift them. You know what I'm saying? From the fucking jaws of despair. Oh, I'm hurting. Oh, my heart has been broken. This person treated me like this. That person treated me like that. And I'm looking for someone to love me like I've never been loved before. I'm looking for someone to treat me in such a way where I feel good about myself, right? So when I say it's not your job to coddle someone's insecurities, it's not your fucking job. Okay, and let me tell you something, man. I don't want to get too far into the weeds with it, but I told a story. I told a story. I believe it was yesterday. Not yesterday. Maybe it was Saturday, right? About a jealous ex. You know what I'm saying? That was hiding in the bushes and shit when I was in school. For those of you who don't know, I didn't go to college until I was in my late 20s and shit, right? So there was an ex. You know what I'm saying? Hiding in the bushes. My ex-wife from 2007. That divorce was finalized in 2007. That she was very, very, very jealous. Okay, and jealousy normally stems from insecurity. That's normally what jealousy comes from. So what happens is when you deal with someone who has insecurity issues, you literally spend the whole relationship trying to prove to them that they're the only one, that you're not doing anything, that they're constantly needing to be told that you love them, because they feel like that's the only way they can believe it is if they hear it all the time, right? That shit is draining, man. That shit is very draining. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a lot of relationships and marriages that folded because you had somebody that was burdened by someone else's fucking insecurities and low self-esteem issues. Man, that to me is largely unfair to put that strain on somebody else. Because you got dudes, for instance, they want to go through their chicks' phones. You got women that do that shit too. But you got dudes that think they got a right to do that. Oh, I want to go through your phone. I want the password to your Facebook joint. I want access to everything. Okay, that person is insecure and they're expecting to be coddled. They want to be constantly proven, or they constantly want you to prove to them on a daily, weekly basis that you're not doing anything with anyone else. Okay, that shit, yo, man, relationships end because of that. Let me plug the joint again. It's not your job to coddle someone's insecurity. So I want to share some Facebook posts with you guys, man, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit. So peep it. Hold on. Let me. Okay. So so this guy, he calls himself a relationship love coach, Kai Vinci, right? He says, if your woman is an overthinker, then you need to be an over-explainer. There should be no issue putting her mind at ease. The goal is to build trust, not destroy it. Gentlemen, women, all of y'all motherfuckers, it's not your job to build trust. Okay, look, let me tell y'all something. All you gotta do when you very first meet people is take your mask off. Just be genuine, be authentic, be transparent, right? Be straight up with what it is you want. You know what I'm saying? From the situation. Always be forthcoming or forthright with the person that you're dealing with. It's that person's job to decide whether or not they want to trust you or not. You don't have to build trust. See, this is the problem. See, when you're living your life and you just chilling, right? Okay, and I'm talking to you men right now. When you chilling and you just living your life, you got joy in your life, you got tranquility, you got peace in your life. You chilling like a motherfucker. You enjoying yourself. Since when did it become your job when a woman wants to be a part of your life for you to go out of your way to build trust with her? Bitch, if you want to be a part of my life, either you gonna believe in who I am, right? Who I represented myself to be, either you gonna believe in that or you won't. Now I will tell you men this, okay, if you are inconsistent, that's going to impact any trust that the woman had for you. So if there was some trust there, there was some respect there as far as how she viewed you. If you're inconsistent, that's definitely going to impact that. But beyond that, it ain't your job to go out of your way to build trust, because this chick got trust issues because her last 5 boyfriends cheated on her. That's not your fucking problem. She needs to handle that. Okay? And peep game, sometimes some people are so emotionally unbalanced, imbalanced, however you want to call it, they need to go do this. They need to go get some fucking help. Go sit on someone's fucking lounge sofa, armchair, or whatever you need to do, and go speak to somebody about your issues. But don't get into the dating scene or on the dating scene and expect the person that you like, that you fall in love with, to sit there and fucking take your burdens and shit, then make your burdens their burdens. People think that shit is love. No, it's stupid. That's how you end up building up resentment and animosity towards someone, because when a relationship starts to go to shit, you're looking at them like, man, look at all that shit I did for you. I was there for you. So let's break this shit down. Dude said, if your woman is an overthinker, then you need to be an over-explainer. There should be no issue putting her mind at ease. The goal is to build trust, not destroy it. Now, peep this. Here's another comment that's eerily similar to that one that was under the same Facebook group. These 2 fucking posts came from the same Facebook group. He just switched the words up. But I'm going to tell you what all this shit means. So this individual says, and that's the name of the group, Your Deep Love Quotes. So if you go to that Facebook group, that other fucking Facebook post that I read to you, you're going to see that shit there too. So this individual says, overthinkers need someone that expresses their love through reassurance. And let me break something down to you motherfuckers. If you Google the word overthinkers, if you Google the word reassurance, if you Google the word insecure, do you want to know what word all of those words share in common? Worry. To be worried, to worry about something. If you're an overthinker, that means you're overly worried about something. If someone needs to constantly provide you reassurance, they need to provide you reassurance so you won't be so worried. Okay, if you're insecure about something, that means you're worried. So when I tell you motherfuckers that dudes are insecure about a woman's body count, for instance, or I tell you that dudes are insecure about dealing with certain women because they're worried about what people are going to think about them, or when I tell you motherfuckers that most of men's insecurities revolve around sex, directly or indirectly. See, there's a negative connotation with the word insecure or insecurities. This is why people try to fucking change the words. They try and change the words so they can hide what's really going on. So what they need to say is, people who are insecure need someone that expresses their love through reassurance so they can balance out their insecurities so they won't feel so insecure. So you got insecure motherfuckers out here dating, both men and women, who are insecure, who want somebody to go out of their way to always prove to them that they're loved or that they're the only one. Why? Because they're insecure. How dare you burden somebody else with that, man? So let's go back and look at this shit. If your woman is insecure, then you need to explain to her over and over again what you're doing, who you're with. There should be no issue putting her insecurities at ease. Because if you want her to trust you, then you need to prove to her that you're trustworthy. See, if you replace what's really going on with the bullshit, the watered down bullshit they have here, then you get to what's really going on. Let me put my face back on the joint. You know what I'm saying? There might be some women that's watching that want to see my handsome face. So my bad, I kept it from y'all for so long and shit. How dare I? Forgive me. Look, let me get back to the joint, man. I'm passionate about this shit because I see all of these Disney fantasy posts all over Facebook. And let me tell you something. The people that tend to be the most distraught in relationships, the people that tend to have the most difficult time getting past a relationship that didn't work out, are people who believe shit like that. There are people out here who are romanticizing what they believe love is. And what they believe love is basically someone coddling their fears, someone coddling their insecurities, right? Someone being patient with the fact that they got traumas and they're still healing from bullshit. Okay, and let me tell y'all motherfuckers something. Let me say this. Let me just say this for women for just a moment, or on behalf of women. There are women who really have been through shit. Okay, I'm talking about real abuse. I'm talking about where they've been prisoners in their own homes, right? And I'm not saying they're not culpable, because anytime someone mistreats you and you stay for whatever reason, you're culpable. Okay, you're culpable. That other person, yeah, they still might be at fault for the mistreatment of you, but you're still culpable, because a lot of times when people mistreat you, there are red flags. And let me tell y'all a story. And I don't know if Shorty's watching, but I got an ex. She told me a story. She know who the fuck she is, right? And this was after I broke up with her. This was the dude that she dated after. I remember, and this is why she was dating this dude, right? Because me and her, we was cool. We weren't cool in the beginning, because she when I first broke up with her, because she felt some type of way about me basically kicking her to the curb. But after years passed, we squashed all that bullshit, and we cordial, we cool now, right? So she was telling me, in the midst of dating this dude, right? This is when they were just dating, before they actually got into a relationship. He was at her house, and I guess he had got mad at something. I don't recall why he was upset with her, but he pulled the cable box or direct TV box or Spectrum, whatever the fuck it was. He yanked that shit out the wall. The cord, he yanked that shit out the wall. I mean, just yanked that shit out the wall and threw it. And she told me that. And I said, you need to leave that nigga alone. You need to leave that nigga alone right now. I said, it's just a matter of time before that cable box is your motherfucking head, before he go upside your motherfucking head. Long story short, this dude ended up cloning her phone. He cloned her phone, where anytime she got a call or a text, he got it to his phone. She had no privacy at all, right? He knew everything, her every move. Whenever she would have a conversation with her homegirls, her parents, he had the whole conversation recorded. All the text messages, he got all of that shit. So she literally had no privacy. Also, he beat her. She ended up telling me that he put a gun to her dome and shit, threatened to kill her and shit. All this type of shit, right? She went through all of that. And I remember her telling me that, and I was shaking my head like, that's on you. As fucked up as he was for all that shit that he did, I said, I told you, when he first pulled that shit off the wall, leave that nigga alone. She said, I know I should have listened to you. And I'm like, yeah, you probably got caught up with the sex. The dude was her physical type. You know what I'm saying? Tall, muscular dude. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps maybe he was putting it down in the bedroom. I'm not completely sure about that. But I do know that she was really into the nigga on some physical attraction shit. But also she was desperate for a relationship. She really wanted to be booed up. So she allowed all of that shit to fucking cloud her judgment. You know what I'm saying? So when I say there are women who really been through some shit, okay, I get that. But my thing, again, but a lot of shit that people been through that say they need to heal from, okay, you need to heal from yourself. Okay, you need to heal from your fucking horrible decision making. Okay, you need to heal from the fact that you are a bad judge of character. Okay, you need to heal from the fact that you have attachment issues. You have codependency issues. Okay, you need to heal from the fact that you expect other people to save you from yourself. Okay, you need to heal from the fact that you want other people to bring into your life what doesn't exist already, that you should be providing for yourself. Okay, you should love yourself so much that if a person comes into your life and they leave your life and they quote unquote take their fucking love with them, okay, that shouldn't have you crying yourself to sleep, because you love yourself so much that whatever that person can bring to you by way of however they love you could never compare to the way that you love yourself. So when they leave your life, they really didn't take nothing with them but a headache. Okay, when the relationship ended with me and chicks, whether I ended the relationship or the woman ended it, I'm like, take all that shit with you. Take all that shit with you. All right, you don't want to be with me no more, cool, right? You don't want to love a nigga no more, take all that with you. I love myself, I respect myself, I value myself. Everything you think you can take from me already existed before you even fucking got here. So there's nothing that's going to be missed, really. There's nothing that's going to be missed, really. You know what I'm saying? Again, there might be some disappointment about how shit ended and shit, but there's nothing that's really going to be missed. Let me plug the joint. It's not your job to coddle someone's insecurities. Yo, man, look, let me tell y'all something. Sometimes you should stay on the sideline. And I'm gonna tell you this. Some of y'all aren't even built to engage in casual sex with people because you get too caught up, right? You start to see shit that ain't there. You know what I'm saying? You start to fantasize about what could be between you and that person because the sex is so fucking good, right? You allow yourself to get emotionally attached to a physical act. Let me say that shit again for the niggas in the back. You allow yourself to get attached to a physical act. Sex is merely but a physical act. That's all that it is. Just think about it. You are allowing yourself to get mentally and emotionally attached to a physical act. That's all that it is. Sex is not an act of love. It's not an act of love. Can you say that sex can be passionate? Sex can be intimate? Yes, I'm with you. But sex is not an act of love. So for whatever reason, people want these profound emotional connections or bonds via the sex, or they are expecting a profound emotional bond or connection through a fucking physical act. How silly are you motherfuckers? I'm out. God damn it. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace. Like the fucking video.